What if I told you that two students, same college, same part-time job, same $800 a month income, ended up in completely different financial universes? And the only difference was one tiny daily decision? This is the story of Alex and Jake. They met on the first day of college, moved into the same dorm, earned the same paycheck, and laughed at the same jokes. But 5 years later, one of them had $47,000 in savings and an investment portfolio growing by the day, and the other was buried under $12,000 in credit card debt, wondering where all his money went. You already know which one is which, but the why is going to hit you harder than you expect. Year 1. Alex opens his very first bank account on a Tuesday afternoon, sits down at his tiny dorm desk, pulls out that worn leather notebook, and writes 3 words. Pay myself first. He decides to save $160 every single month. That's exactly 20% of his income, before he spends a single dollar on anything else. Jake? Jake walks straight out of that same bank, sees a limited edition sneaker drop on his phone, swipes his brand new debit card, and drops $240 in one transaction before his account even settles. I'll save next month, he says, grinning at the box. He doesn't. Alex eats meal-prepped rice and chicken 4 days a week. Jake orders delivery every night and tips 20% every time because he's not a monster. By the end of year 1, Alex has $1,920 in savings and has started putting $50 a month into a basic index fund. Jake has $0 saved, $800 in credit card debt, and the freshest sneaker rotation in the entire dorm building. Jake shows off his collection. His friends go wild. For exactly one night, Jake feels rich. Fast forward, year 2. Alex gets a tiny raise at his part-time job. Does he lifestyle inflate? No, he bumps his savings to $200 a month and opens a Roth IRA. He reads one finance book, just one, and starts understanding compound interest like it's a superpower he just unlocked. He sits in the library, looks out the window, and smiles quietly at nothing. You know that smile. Jake gets the same raise. He immediately upgrades his phone, buys a gaming setup, starts paying $40 a month for 3 streaming services he barely uses, and signs up for a gym membership he visits exactly twice. By year 2's end, Alex, $4,100 saved, $1,200 in investments. Jake, $1,600 in credit card debt, and a $900 gaming setup that now sells for $200. Year 3 hits and something shifts in the air. Alex's index fund is doing exactly what he read it would do, growing quietly in the background like a secret. He now has $6,800 saved and $3,500 invested. He walks differently. Jake starts feeling the pressure. His minimum credit card payments are eating into his fun money. He tries a no-spend week for approximately 4 days before caving to a flash sale. He stares at his banking app. The number doesn't make sense. He calls his mom. Year 4. This is where it gets real. Alex, now 22, graduates and lands a $52,000 salary job. His savings habit is so deeply wired that he immediately sets up an automatic transfer. 20% straight to savings, 10% to his investment account, before his paycheck even touches his checking account. He sits in his first real apartment, modest but his, and opens his portfolio app. $9,200 in investments, $11,000 in savings. Jake also graduates. He gets a $48,000 salary job. Impressive, but he's carrying $9,000 in credit card debt into the real world like a backpack full of bricks. His first paycheck feels huge. He buys a new wardrobe for his new job, leases a car he technically can't afford, and moves into an apartment that's $400 over his budget because the countertops were marble. The debt doesn't shrink. It grows. Year 5. The final chapter, and the one that will either make you pause this video or sprint to open a savings account. Alex is 23. His investment portfolio just crossed $22,000. His savings account has $25,000 in it. His net worth is climbing toward $47,000. He's not rich, not yet, but he's free. No debt, no financial anxiety. He sits in a coffee shop, opens his laptop, and starts researching real estate. Jake is also 23. He's making good money, but every month it disappears. He has $12,000 in credit card debt, $4,200 left on his car loan, and 0 savings. He opens his banking app every morning with genuine anxiety. He sees a finance video on his feed and thinks, I'll start saving next month. Sound familiar? The gap between Alex and Jake isn't talent, it isn't luck, it isn't income. It is the 20% rule, practiced daily, compounded over time. Alex didn't sacrifice fun. He just delayed it strategically, and now he's buying it permanently. Jake had all the fun first. And now he's paying for it with interest. Here's your homework. Open your banking app right now while this video is still playing and set up one automatic transfer, even $50, to a savings account. Not tomorrow. Right now. Because 5 years from now, you're going to be either Alex or Jake. And the decision happens today.